There we
Ooh,
go. I see the timer.
that boy got
All right, we
12
running.
seconds on the clock.
We running it, huh? I'm
Let's
fixing his
go.
hat.
You know what I'm saying? Beautiful minds. Shout out to Boy Rod. What you got on the head?
Okay,
What you got on your head?
but I don't know what this is. This is mañana. Picked it up in NYC, New York City.
You
Uh,
know you know what mañana means?
yeah, tomorrow.
Hmm. Looked it up?
Yeah, that's not what we're here to talk about. Here to talk about
Oh,
11%. First episode of our show.
right, you're
How do
right,
you
right
feel?
about that.
How do you feel about this launch?
I'm a little nervous.
What are you nervous about, brother?
Um, I feel like I didn't there was no approach to just this. I feel like it just kind of popped up and it felt good when we were
Okay.
talking about our ideas. Um, so
But this is
you
stuff,
know,
we always talk about hours long of FaceTimes, just talking about this type of stuff we about to be talking about.
yeah. So, but I know it's going somewhere. People are gonna see it. So it's like you want to say the right things, but then again, it's like that's not what will get the best response. So, and I'm with
Okay.
my brother, so it should.
So, okay, speaking of that, let's get into who we are because people may not know. A lot of people
Okay.
know me. A lot of people know you from church and the Vista. So, let's get into who you are. Tell us who you are and I guess what you do.
Well, my name on my like birth certificate is like Herman Buchanan. But a lot of people know me as Herm, Big Herm,
When you
Uh,
say a lot of people, what do you mean by that?
people that just been around me for a good amount of time throughout my
Out of all
life.
the people that know you, what percentage of people call you Big Herm?
Well, Big Herm is kind of like
That's a new one.
it's a new one, because I'm the third, so like they used to call me Little Herman and my dad Big Herman. But since I've gotten older, it's
All right, I got you.
yeah. But the main one people call me Herm. That's that
Okay.
one.
So what is it that you do? Like, what does the people need to know that Herm does?
Right now, Herm, he is a laborer for a general contractor based
All
out of
right,
Seattle, Washington. I'm not gonna say the name because you guys can look me up, but hopefully we get big enough.
and that's why we
And
starting the show to get you off that site, to get you off that construction site, brother. I
hey,
know it's going.
listen,
Herm's in Seattle right now. Okay, boom. What's the weather like in Seattle?
raining, cold.
So we gotta
That
get you off that site in that rain, brother.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
global warming is popping up, so the summers is only gonna get worse.
Give me a sec.
I
Yes,
mean, this is who we call general
can you can you can
in the
you open the
show, right?
door, please? I can't hear you. I'm okay. All right. It's on the ground. I didn't need it right now. Yeah, it's plugged up. All right, bye.
No, you can't make this. You can't make this shit up, bro.
You can't like now you talking about where we're at. This is where
Hey,
we're at.
Herm's at the crib, bro.
I'm at the crib. 25 at the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we don't gotta leave that in there, bro.
Ain't made my
Come
bed.
on,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? Like
I told you to make that bed, bro.
I told you, bro. We trying to tell people.
Long story short, to our people out there, we gotta get 11% jumping so we can get Herm off that construction site
Get out this house.
and out that house.
Um.
Nah, that's what it man. That's what we grinding, but everybody's grinding, everybody's somewhere. But I think that's the coolest stuff about our relationship, our friendship, and this show is we authentic with where we at in life. And we be having the conversations to share with the world and to help us keep growing in those moments. So anything else you want the people to just know about who you are as our introduction? We're just knocking out these formalities right now.
Formalities, familiarities. Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh,
Anything else you want the people to know? just about
Um,
Herm right now, just on the surface things, obviously.
I'm just a really nice guy. If you see me on the street, you recognize me. Say hello. I'll say hello back.
Oh, and tell them your passions too. Tell them your passions. What your things you're passionate about. So we know what you do for work and where you're at in life, but what about your passions?
I really am passionate about like helping people in what they want to do. And like for example, like getting into construction, like it's new to me, but the more I've been in it and the more I see like families moving in, it's like, oh no, we're actually really helping people. It may not seem like that in the end, but like helping people just makes me feel better. Like I don't know. I've always felt like that.
That's good, brother. That's what's
I've
up.
always felt, yeah.
What
But
about
enough,
what about like go ahead, go
huh?
ahead. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say enough about me. We gotta get to you too.
Me, I'm X, Xavier Smith. Um, I
Mignano.
am I am a basketball player. I am a black man,
Mm,
proud black man.
proud black man.
And I feel like if you don't say that, then people don't think you proud to be black these days. So I'm a proud black brother, and yeah, I'm a basketball player, 6'4". Uh, how tall are you?
Say it again. You're cutting out.
How tall are you?
Oh, height.
Remember,
Six
we're being
five.
transparent with our audience.
Like they can see through.
Like we're being transparent with our audience. We're not starting off lying first episode. So how tall are you is what I'm asking. Because
Five eight.
this is virtual. 5'8". All right, got you. So yeah, I'm six
5'8".
four. I'm 6'4".
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Athlete, uh, but I also have passion in comedy, stand up comedy in particular. And if you know me personally, then you know I also do stand up comedy. So whether you think I'm funny or not, I don't care. Um, I get paid to play basketball, and I've gotten paid to tell jokes, and that's just kind of some of the things I do. Love God,
Yeah.
love my family, love my dog Deuce. Um, I've known Herman since high school. We met in high school, but supposedly that I've known him before that. I guess his mom asked my mom if we could be friends, so I took him under my wing in high school.
That's not.
So that's just kind of how things. That's it. We're just trying to give you guys a little base before we get into what we really here to get into. Um,
What? I have a
and
question.
go ahead, bro, because we got to get into this shit, bro.
Yeah, yeah, but you said like some things that like people you want people to know about you, and you said you're a black man. Like they can
Yes,
see that. They can see that.
yeah, but some people don't rep. It's like some people, hey, it's it's in you, not on you.
Heard you.
You know what I'm saying? Because them polls. There's a lot of
That's
black
just
men that went to them polls and wasn't black. I'll tell you that right now. So I'm letting you know what I am. I thought that skin color meant something, but I guess it don't.
so.
Anyways, come on, bro. Come on.
How'd you get to the polls? If you're where are you?
Oh, I'm in Greece right now. I'm currently playing professional basketball in Greece. Um, yeah, I'm in Greece, and that's where we're at. Herman's in Seattle. I'm from Seattle. Herm's from Seattle. I spent some time living in New York a little bit, some of my off seasons. But Seattle's home for me. Me and Herm both love Seattle, and yeah, you ready to get into this show?
I'm ready.
Well, we've been rolling for 9 minutes. That was an easy
That,
9.
that's it. Yeah, that's easy nine. And then
That's an easy 9, bro.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but 11% is the show, podcast, whatever. We just had to create our content, share our conversations. Because if it helps somebody, help somebody. If it makes somebody laugh, if it's intriguing, it's thought provoking, whatever. We're just sharing our conversations, and however you guys take it is however you guys take it. Um, but this is 11%. We're gonna get into why the name is 11% at some point, I'm sure, but that's not right now because that's a whole another story. Um, but we just want to get right into it. First episode to show you guys like kind of where our mind is at in conversation is that the first episode, this episode, we were talking about approach, and like how we approach things in life. So I guess how I want to like kick it off and what's kind of like been on my mind, Herm, how do you approach a situation you may not know completely what you're getting yourself into, but you know there's a certain outcome at the end of it that you need. You know what I mean? Like so, like you want to get to point C and you have point A, but you got to go through point B. But your goal is really C, but you know you got to go through B to get to C. You see what I'm asking
But
you?
no, I feel you. But like,
Like,
but
how do
like,
you
if
approach going into a situation you don't want to be in to get to where you want to be? That's what I'm asking you.
I don't, you know, you know, I really don't put. I haven't put myself to be like you said, transparent. I don't put myself in too many situations that I may not see myself like getting through. And maybe
Hmm.
that's like something I'm learning about myself, as I get older. Um, but I will say like something I'm doing right now is like focusing more on my health and fitness. So when you talk about that
When you
point
say
A to
health, when you say
yeah,
health, what do you mean by that?
um, just paying attention to what I eat, like
Like
amount.
Twinkies, like you eat or like all the Twinkies you eat.
That's one thing, the amount, what I eat, and then just my physical activity on a day-to-day basis.
How
You
often are you
know,
working out?
I go
Mind you,
Monday through.
Herman works a 9 to 5, so that's why I'm asking to connect with people that don't have the freedom to work out every day. So how often are you working out? I guess.
So I go Monday through Friday, um, and then Saturday I try to do like just a physical activity on Saturday. If I go hoop, should go run around with like my cousin's dog or um something, just so I stay active, for most days out of the week.
Okay, and your goal is what from working out? What do you want from it? So we can connect it to approach. I want to see how you approach it. So what is your goal for your health right now?
So my goal for my health is I want to feel feeling better, right? Your body, like joints not hurting, like conditioning, like when you
Brother,
run, you don't get
you got
tired.
joint problems?
Brother, I'm heavy. I get you
How old are
six.
you?
I'm 25.
Brother, I know how old you are. I just needed everybody else to hear that. Your knee shouldn't be hurting like that at 25, bro.
Brother, 5'8", 220. That's heavy. I'm sorry, everybody can't be 6'4",
Okay,
150 pounds.
okay, okay. I'm not 150. Okay, so what's your end result? Like, what do you want? What do you want your numbers to be, or how do you want to feel? I guess where are you trying to get to?
Well, I know for me, like getting to like 180, 185, I look good.
Okay,
Um, so I want to get around between 180, 185.
when you say you look
Um,
good, you've been told you look good, or you? How are we judging that? Like, what is that scale?
uh, I I think I look good because if I think I look good,
Self
it's a
confidence. Okay, so
it's
that's where
it's
we're at
it's
with it.
it's contagious to everybody else gonna think I look good.
That's not how it works. But I see what you're saying. I'm all for it. So we're trying to get to this point here of 180. We at 220. We're going to the gym every day, not seeing any results like day to day.
Hmm.
What are you thinking about going into the gym? Especially when you don't feel like you just worked a long day at the construction site and all that rain, calling my phone all day. I'm not answering, talking to you on that construction with all them people in that background talking that bullshit. So every day
But
you just
listen,
got done working that. Now you got to go to the gym. What gym you go to? Planet Fitness.
I go to Planet Fitness right now.
Yeah, you look like a Planet Fitness type of guy.
Okay, this is
Boom.
crazy. I'm catching strays right now.
I'm just keeping it 100 with the people.
All right.
Boom. You at Planet Fitness after a long day on the construction site. What are you thinking going into Planet Fitness?
So I get off of work, I start driving. Then it's like, okay, I get off the exit, boom, and then there's a light. I can take a left and go up the hill, or I can go
Hmm.
straight and drive straight into Planet Fitness.
Okay, what's the left up that hill? Like what's at the top of that
Home,
hill? That bed.
home,
Okay.
that bed, that shower, that food, and that bed.
And them Twinkies. All right, look. So what makes you what determines like what is the due process in your mind? That's what I'm trying to get your then in here. What is it that lets you go straight into taking that left up that hill? That's what I'm trying to that's what I'm trying to
Oh,
get out of you.
I haven't. I've kind of tricked my mind into
Mhm.
not thinking about it. Because I learned when you think about it, it like now you start deciding with yourself. You know what I mean? Like Kobe said, I seen Kobe say something like when you start getting into that self negotiation, that's where you
Yeah.
start messing up. But when before I got to this point, I would lie about how much I was going. Like, oh,
Like
I
lie to
went
yourself or like lie to other people?
both. Like, oh, I did good this week. I went Monday, Tuesday, skipped Wednesday, went Thursday, Friday. But I would tell like, oh yeah, I go Monday through Friday. Then it's like, 1 or 2 weeks of that doesn't hurt you. But over time, it's like them days start adding up of you missing. You're not seeing the results that you think you should be seeing.
Mhm.
So then you kind of just get to a point of I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. No, really, I'm sick and tired of being
You got
sick and
the Tyler
tired.
Perry quotes.
And then you just like, let me see what this Wednesday feel like. And then you go. So now you're actually going 5 times a week.
Mhm.
And then from there you kind of just it's a buildup. It's not like you gotta go 5 days a week, go as hard as you can and lift heavy weight, but it's a buildup.
So you're saying for you it's more of a so you're saying your approach is more of a mental thing of
Yeah,
just going.
just going. That's where
Not
I'm at.
not allowing yourself to make a decision, just going.
Yeah.
But can't that get dangerous to where like if you don't know why you're doing if there's nothing in your mind that's I guess like the switch for you every day because then you could just get going up that hill. You could get in those moments too. You see what I'm saying? So how do you keep yourself out of those moments? You see what I'm saying? Like, how do you keep yourself from just going? Just like you're going to the gym 5 days a week. How do you keep yourself from going to that bed with them Twinkies?
I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't think of like, hold on, let me think.
Well, obviously, but you've had lapses, so that's what I'm trying to say. Like, what is it? Do you see something on yourself? Is there something that makes you like mad? Like, what is it that kicks you back into that gear?
I will say, like, some my clothes, like, so, like on my clothes, I don't like when my stomach like pokes out on my shirts and stuff. And so, like,
You
I
don't.
think,
Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
so, like, you see me? So, like, before, like, my stomach would like be out like that. Like you can
All right.
see it. Like and it's still there a little bit, but like it's a little bit better. And like for a long time like I kept what do you say I was delulu. I kept wanting that part of my stomach not to stick out like that, but I kept missing those days. So it was like I kept
So
doing
you
something.
care. It sounds like you care about appearance, brother, more than the feeling. Like,
I mean, yeah, appearance is
I
a
mean,
thing too, but
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look your best. I think
yeah.
more people need to focus on that. But it sounds like what you're saying, because at first you said you care about how you feel and your just overall health.
Yeah, but appearance and how you feel and that stuff all is all in one. It's all in one big cup, you know. Because if I
Mm.
focus on how I feel, if you focus on how you feel and how you if you focus on how you feel, you're gonna look how you want to look in your head in real life. How long that takes, I can't tell you that, but it's gonna eventually show. Your work's gonna eventually show.
So from getting from point A to point B so you can get to C, your mindset is autopilot. Just
Autopilot.
like just don't even think
Don't.
about the other options. Just every day, just keep yourself in a you're a routine guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Real
if you get
routine.
knocked off that routine somehow, then
Hmm.
you're kind of you're done. You're back on the streets, scratching that neck.
I mean, but that's something else that you have to like. That is a part of it, but that's something else you have to work on too.
Right, that's
You
part of the
know,
challenges. Yeah.
yeah, because
Huh.
it's not gonna be perfect.
What's the
Some
best
days
routine you've been in? What's the best routine you've been in? Like when you've been most consistent.
right now, bro. I promise. Right
How
now,
long? Okay, how long have you been going for right now?
what is it? November. I've been going since like the middle of August, so it's like 2.5 months right now.
When you was coming to the track with me, how long was you running for? Like in what was that 2020 during the
Yeah,
COVID year? How
yeah.
long? That was
Bro, that was
longer
on.
than
Was that three
that was,
months?
bro. That was
That
the
was like three,
whole
four.
little while I was home from college. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, well, maybe that was. Yeah.
Unless I'm tripping.
No, because what we started like March, January, February, March, April. No, it was like May. So May, June, July, August. Yeah, yeah. Because of June. Yeah,
Okay. So your approach, your thing is just autopilot, like a groove.
autopilot, a
You're a
groove.
groove. You're a groove
Yeah,
guy. You like to get in
yeah.
a
Go
groove.
get in the groove, go with the vibes, see how it goes.
You're a
You do
vibe
have
guy. You're a vibe guy.
exactly. You do have to check in every once in a while, right? You have to check in with yourself. If that's like changing your workouts or upping your reps in the workouts that you do. You have to check in, see where you're at.
Mm. All
Yeah.
right. What's your approach question that I could answer for you?
Well, let me see. You play basketball. You're a black man in Greece.
Proud black, proud black brother.
Proud black brother. 6'5", 150,
6'5" on a
150,
good day.
150, 152 all wet.
152 is crazy.
Um,
I don't even remember when I was 150 pounds.
you don't remember like 2 months ago?
Herman, if I was 150 pounds 2 months ago, that means for how I be bullying you when we play one on one, you got to be ashamed of yourself.
All right, all right, we gonna watch. All right, y'all gonna get a video. Watch,
You know we
watch.
got. We'll put some videos in here.
No, 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 no.
You
Recent. We
know.
need no recent videos. Like,
Go ahead, bro. What's your question, bro?
let me see. Professional basketball. I would say, how do you approach? Would you say, um, how would you describe your game first? How would you describe your game? Are you a
Like
scorer? Are
my
you a
basketball
passer?
game.
Your basketball game. Are you a scorer? Are you a defender? Are you like? How would you describe that?
Uh,
Two way, one way.
definitely a two way because
Okay.
I'm on the team. I'm on the narrative of like there's a narrative that I think Steven Jackson he got like you only hoopers classify it only two-way players classify as hoopers and there's just scorers.
Okay.
I think he said that. So I'm definitely on the like the two-way. To me, basketball doesn't make sense. Why would you not like try to play defense?
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, some people save their energy for offense, like the elite scorers. Oh, we want him saving his energy. But to me, that's the point of being great at basketball. Like getting good enough shape. You're in such good shape, you could guard the best player and score on the best player. To me, like that's the best to me
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's basketball. Like basketball is both ends, you know. So I definitely consider myself a two-way. But I would say like I'm definitely a scorer. I like scoring is what's easiest. But to me, it's like trying to score is what allows good basketball to be played. If the
Okay.
person trying to score has the right mentality, you know what I mean? Like
What do you
If
mean?
I'm trying to score and this person guarding in front of me can't stop me from scoring, what has to happen now? And in terms of team defense, what has to happen?
People have to help and
People have to help,
okay.
right? So if I have the ball and I'm trying to score and somebody helps, now somebody helps, what happens?
Either
In terms of offense,
you get a tough layup or you're gonna pass to the open person.
somebody's open,
Yeah.
right? You see what I'm saying? So to me, basketball works. You have to have a scorer's mentality for basketball to work. But I think people are getting lost scorer's mentality equaling selfish or bad plays. I'm a scorer. I have a scorer's mentality that is a playmaking mentality, if that
Okay.
makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you score to set up other people.
No, I score to score, but I score at a clip to that can't be like nobody can guard me, right?
Oh,
I
okay.
don't feel like there's anybody that can guard me. One person can just stop me. So now I'm getting by people. Boom, he steps up, easy. Or boom, he steps up. I'm able to still score. So now there's more attention. Boom, easy pass, kickouts. Like you see what I'm saying? So it's like there's people that you start scoring, and then it's like, okay, I don't care how many people are guarding me or on me or who's open. I'm not passing because I'm going. That's not the type of player I am.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like I don't know what you would call that in terms of like style of play, but I'm definitely a scorer. I mean, that's why I get paid to score. So
Mm.
I'm definitely a scorer. I've always scored at a high clip, but I wouldn't say like I'm a selfish player by any means. That's why I think here's what it is. I think I'm the truest definition of a combo guard in terms of like the
Okay.
one and the two.
Yeah.
Like I truly believe I'm a combo, like truly. And this is what plagued me early on in my like college career because when I first went to like Oregon State and like they didn't know what position I was. Like, okay, is he a one? Is he a two? So that kind of like, and I didn't know. I didn't even know. I'm not gonna lie. So it's like that kind of hurt me. Boom. And then when I transferred, went to Idaho, they just put it on me like he's a one.
Mm.
So now I'm playing completely pass first, and it's not as effective. You see what I'm saying? But then when I
As
finally,
being like a scorer.
but yeah, just being naturally what I've been, because at O'Day High School in Seattle, Coach Kerr, he taught us it's positionless basketball. So
Yeah.
there is no point guard, shooting guard, three. This is like we out here all just making basketball plays, hooping.
Hooping.
So that's kind of like what my mindset is, or
Yeah.
mindset was going into college. So it was kind of hard when they was trying to put me in specific roles. And I get why they try to do that to make roles on teams so the pecking orders and the flow of the offenses are correct. But for me, I don't necessarily need those pecking orders because I'm not a selfish player. I'm a scorer that wants to
Yeah.
make a play, the right play.
Yeah.
And I also do have a two's mentality towards like when it's time to take over, I can take over. I can get in
Okay.
those rhythms of rattling off eight in a row. That's
Mm.
a long. I don't know how to. I don't combo guard.
Okay. Combo guard.
That's how
So
I would say my style of play is.
as a 6'5", 150-pound combo guard,
But this 150 pound is crazy.
I'm like you said, transparency.
Hey, but you know what they say about them skinny guys?
No, I don't.
That's all good. Go
All right,
ahead.
mañana. How would you say you approach, as you would say, what's your mindset or your approach towards games when from the beginning to during and after? Because you could think one way in the beginning, then the game could go left or right, up or down. You know what I'm saying? So how would
You're
you
saying
say
like how is
you?
my approach to like the flow of the like what's happening in the game,
Yeah,
or just
like
how do I go into each game? What do you
how do you go into each game? We'll start there. How do you go into each game? What's your approach going into each game?
how I go into each game is like trying to win the game,
Okay.
trying to play the game.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like at the end of the day, it's like there's strategies. Like we watch film all week. We're talking about strategy and practice, all this stuff. But for me, I'm trying to play the game because it's a game.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like I think people forget sometimes it's a game.
Okay.
You know, like when you playing Fortnite or like Call of Duty or something, you're not on there trying to like, how can I say this? You're not on there trying to like,
Be
you're not
SEAL Team
oh
6.
yeah, I guess I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Like, like Black SEALs, how they like all in one line. Like you're not all just you didn't talk about like we don't talk before we start the game, like
Okay,
in the
okay, yeah. So
pre-lobby,
type, yeah,
and
so
then
type
like
vibe.
yeah,
What I'm saying is I don't go into it with a certain like plan of action. I'm playing the game.
okay,
You see what I'm saying?
okay,
But my mind is always on like playing the game. Because I don't think anybody could guard me.
okay,
So it's like, okay, we could have this scouting report, we could have this game plan. But unless we're utilizing each person for what they do, you're not playing the game.
okay.
Because we may be doing this against this team, but we have this type of player. We don't need to do that.
That's too
This
much
is the
energy, or
goal.
okay.
It's not as too much energy. It's just this could be more effective because we have this type of player. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Give me an example. Like your
That's
big
what I was
got a
trying to think of an
mismatch.
example.
Like your big
It's
got a
like
mismatch all game.
it's like if we trying to get a three off, right? We're trying to get a made three,
Yeah,
right? And we have like Damian Lillard, right? Let's say we have
yeah,
Dame. Sometimes all Dame need is a step up screen at half court, and he's gonna take two dribbles past half and shoot the three. We got a three now, right?
yeah,
But the game plan may be set this pick, run this play, da 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 da. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it's like sometimes you don't need like you just play the game. Like
yeah. Just play the game.
I'm not in the locker room with Dame and his team, so I don't know how often he's told to shoot those shots he be shooting. But he don't, and I'm sure he doesn't even go into games thinking like, oh, I'm about to shoot 5 40 footers tonight. No, he's just playing the game, and then oh wait, I could do this right here. I'm about to just do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So then that's what he ends up doing. And that's the approach, kind of like that's what I'm trying to like use that as an example for myself. Like I don't go into the game thinking one thing, like this is our game plan. Now, how can I best get to this game plan or this goal? You know what I mean? With my skill
yeah.
set, with what I do.
Okay. You okay over there? You got a lot of
That's kind of
noise.
like that's kind of my mindset. It's
Okay.
got some background noise. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. TV loud. I heard you. Okay, okay. You sound like a pretty good basketball player. Sound like. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and it sounds
Lem-
like never mind. What was your second question? You had two parts. I want to make sure I answer both of those
So
before we
that
move.
it was like approach to the game, and
Mhm.
then it was kind of like what happens when I mean you kind of answered it as
I
far
feel
as when
like I
you said
answered. Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Okay, I answered
yeah
both of them. Yeah, I'm just
like
playing the game.
like you're gonna do what it takes to win. If your style doesn't work and the scouting report or how you guys just scout works, like you'll go to the scout, even if that's
It's
like
not even that. It's
sacrifice.
not even that it's something that doesn't work. It's just like what's best right now.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay, yeah,
You know, I'm not saying I don't listen to my coaches, but what I'm
yeah,
saying is if we trying to get it into the big
yeah,
for a layup, let's say, right?
yeah,
Like the goal is to get it into the big for a layup. That's why
yeah,
we're throwing it to the big so he can get a layup.
yeah.
If I can get a layup, I'm gonna get a layup. But I'm not if the goal. You see what I'm saying?
No,
Is that crazy?
no,
Like that's what I'm saying.
okay, okay,
But that's also where the conflict comes with my game
yeah.
because and that's I genuinely do not believe anybody can guard me.
Sound a little fast, like a runaway. Uh, yeah, it sounds. Yeah.
That's just that's just how I feel about it. Okay, so this is okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because I got one more thing I want to say in terms of like approach.
Yeah, I was gonna say something else about approach. Do you think
Because there's something
people
that's very important about approach that we need to talk about. Go ahead.
do you think people can have different approaches and still work together in life? I would say outside basketball, yes, but also just generally in life.
Different approaches in life.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, yeah, I think so. I think it could be tough, and it depends what part of life you're you're like referring to. Like, I think people can work together with different approaches, like actual work.
yeah.
I think like in relationships, like intimate relationships, it could be difficult. You know what I
Why
mean?
why would that be difficult in the relationships?
Because let's say like love language, right?
Hmm.
Like people always talk about, oh, what's your love language? Oh, my love language is this. My love language is that. Like my love language is cookies. If you can make some good cookies, then that means something to me. But you
That
may not give a
means
damn about no
something.
cookies. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's like how you view things, like how your approach to a relationship is what can affect the end result or how long you stay together, you know? Because what you want out of it could be different from each other,
okay.
you know? But like in a setting, we're here for this common goal. Now, how it gets done is how it gets done. Kind of what I just
Yeah,
talked about, like with basketball. Coach wants a
yeah,
layup. Okay, he wants me passing to the big, but if I go get a layup, all he wants is a layup.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? That's what
yeah,
he cares most about, getting a good shot at the rim.
yeah.
Relationships don't always work like that.
Mm,
They sometimes you gotta throw that ball into that big in that relationship. Even if you can get the layup yourself, sometimes you get better throw that ball into that big and get the layup that way. That's why I say, and that could cause that. What do you think about?
mm.
What do you feel about that?
As far as the
That's a good
relationship part,
question. I
or just
mean, both. Just the approach with like people working together with different approaches, I guess. But I want to hear your take on the relationship part too, because that's a good. I like that. That's interesting.
I feel like the relationship part. I feel like different approaches can work because, like, just how you said, someone will they will show you and tell you how they want to be loved, and you don't
Okay,
have
but
to.
speaking on that, I don't want to derail. I don't want to cut you off. But do you think that like how people be arguing about like it's your job to like love somebody the way they want to be loved?
Hmm.
Do you agree with that or no?
I feel like it's it's in the mix, but I don't think that's the whole thing
See,
because
for me, that person just may not. That may not be your person. You
not.
know,
But that's what I'm saying though. So like, let's say for example, the cookie stuff. Let's say like she just doesn't like to bake or she doesn't know how to or
if she don't like
whatever.
cookies, if she don't like making cookies, she not for me.
But that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
not gonna get. I'm not gonna say she doesn't love me or doesn't like me because she don't know how to make cookies. No, she just don't like making cookies, and that's on me if I want to deal with the person that don't like making cookies.
But what if she does it because she knows it makes you happy, but like
See,
that
but
like she
no, but because no, if you don't put that love in them cookies, they don't come out right. And I like my cookies at a certain texture.
you
I
guys
don't like them hard cookies. I like them soft cookies.
you guys
You know,
he likes we call them ookies. He likes like raw cookies. You ever picked
come
up a
on.
cookie and it just kind of just fall?
Mm. And you got to drop it like this. That's the best. Them is the best ones. The ones you can't pick up all the way. Them is the best ones. I'm telling you. But that's
My
a different
man is
bag.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry I cut you off. Them cookies are
Yeah.
serious though. Because if they don't mean it, if they don't want to make them cookies, they're not gonna come out right. If they just doing it just to do it, and that could correlate to anything. Like I don't know.
I was about like a 3 minute to 5 minute cookie rant.
Because it's serious. That's my love language.
What's your
Cookies.
favorite cook? What's your favorite cookie?
Chocolate chip. Don't do too much with it. Just chocolate chip. Regular.
No
So you
double
think
chocolate.
so you think people with different approaches can be in a relationship,
Yes, I just think that like you have
even
to
though the
throw.
approach to love could be different.
Yeah, because if you really like somebody, you're gonna learn how they love, and you're going to start to like, and then hopefully love how they love you.
Well, I guess that's why so
And
many American marriages end in divorce because we just forcing the shit. I mean, it's like you learning to do something for somebody else that you don't want to do. That's not your person.
no, but I'm saying that you throw it in there from time to time. It's not like you do it all the time, because that doing something you don't like to do all the time
I want
is.
cookies every day. If you don't like making cookies, you gonna get tired of me because I'm making you make cookies every day.
I'm just gonna go get them from McDonald's, get a baker's dozen.
I don't want my cookies. This is how. See, now you're trying to change the way I want to be loved. I don't want my cookies from McDonald's. I do like McDonald's cookies, but I don't want my cookies made from McDonald's. You see what I'm saying? You see where the and over time, if somebody's in the kitchen making cookies for you every day that don't want to be making cookies in the first place, this is going to wear out over time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this ain't like your kids, like you got to put up with stuff because this is your kids. This is like your partner. Like you're choosing this person. Why not choose somebody that likes making cookies?
But if you, and I guess we go into like approaching things when you're getting into something, you kind of you have to kind of clear your mind. I feel like clean when you're approaching something, you have to clear your mind, and as time goes on, you have to add to it. You
Okay,
have
now
to
if
add
somebody's
to it. You have to,
willing, okay, if somebody's
yeah,
willing to make like they want to do that,
yeah,
that's different. But I'm not going to convince somebody. Too many people out here trying to convince people to
okay,
look like this is how I need to. If I have to convince you to want to make the cookies, I don't. But if you're really like, oh, I want to learn how to make the cookies for you, okay, that could probably work.
okay.
You see what I'm saying? But like trying to convince somebody, oh, I don't like making cookies. Well, I need these cookies to be made. Now they end up doing it because you gave them an ultimatum: cookies or single, cookies are back on Tinder. That's going to end bad for everybody. You see what I'm saying? That's my point. How you go into, are you approaching it with the mentality of I want to learn how this person wants to be loved or what this person needs, or is it I'm approaching it, this is how I love, this is how I love. So I
And
think the
that's it.
approach in it matters. That's why I say you have to be on the same board with your approach. That's why I said if you're not, then it won't.
Okay,
With a
okay.
relation, with an intimate relationship, work, because work, it can end at work.
Yeah, no, it's over. 3:30. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I go
Even
to
in
the gym.
basketball, like there's people on the team. I've had teammates where I only talk to them in between them lines. Outside of them lines, I have nothing to say to you. But that's work though. You could do that at work. You can't do that with your partner. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
do that, bro. That was a good question. What's your approach with the opposite
Gender.
gender?
Oh,
Like how do you like what are your deciding factors like when you're
trying to
seeking?
decide who I.
Are you
Oh, okay.
seeking? What's going on with you?
Um, this is a weird approach, but I mean, like I said before, I feel like right now I'm going with the vibes. That's not like a
Why you start whispering?
whispering.
Yeah. Is there somebody on your mind that you're thinking about when you talk about vibes?
I just
Please share, Brother Buchanan.
I feel like talking to girls and stuff like that stuff gonna come. Like you gotta kind of focus on yourself first. Because if you
Bro,
focus on yourself first,
this is not Twitter, bro.
I'm just
Brother,
I'm
don't bring that Twitter
serious.
talk on here, bro.
No, I'm so
Focus on
serious.
yourself, King. No, brother, don't bring all that.
No, it's not. It's not like I'm not saying like you won't find somebody that you
Bro, we're
like and want
social
to talk to.
people.
Yes, I know. It's good to talk to the opposite sex. I'm not saying stay
You
inside and
have
be.
to. It's not even good. It's necessity.
Yes, I understand that. But like it just it can get difficult when like you're trying to do something for yourself that you're so
No, because
invested
you're
in.
trying to, brother. No, because you're trying to talk to people that you don't need to be talking to. Probably.
Mm, is that what it
You see
is?
what I'm saying? I mean, it's not difficult. For my situations, you talk to somebody that is easy to talk to,
Hmm.
that has the same approach as you, that's on the same type of things. You could run off 12 years or somebody like, and like it's not like you don't even notice. You see what I'm saying? Like it stops nothing that you have going on. But if it feels difficult, then you're probably talking to somebody that's difficult.
Maybe I should redo this approach thing then.
Are you talking to somebody that's
Restructure.
difficult? Is that what you're saying right now? On the first
That's not.
episode of 11%?
That's this is not what I'm saying. I didn't say. I'm just following the conversation.
Hmm. Do you think people should be in? Do you think people should be in pursuit, or do you think people should just let people come to them?
Somebody got to be in pursuit.
But I'm saying like naturally, like is it like a okay, I'm going out this weekend and then I'm scoping, or should it just be like a oh, I'm at the grocery store buying some hot pockets and some Twinkies, and
Mm.
then I drop my hot pockets on the ground, and then she's oh, you dropped this, and then you grab the hot pockets,
What is a
and then you
what is a Disney movie? What are we
that's what I'm
talking about?
saying. Like, but that's the picture that they painted for all of our life with the move in movies and TV. But then yet we go out on the prowl. And that's not how movies. That's not how things have been painted. So what is real? You know what I mean?
They're both real. Both could work the same. You didn't. There's a story out there where you didn't went to Target and seen somebody and you said something and now they got kids. There's a story about you met a girl in the club and she happened to have gone to that club for 20 years straight and he didn't care and he
Somebody
still
going to the
married
club
her.
for 20 years straight.
Listen, there's men out there that have women, but somebody loves
Okay?
them.
What's your approach? You're in. Let's say you're out somewhere, right?
Hmm.
Let's say like a club, not a club, but
Hmm.
like a barish. They got
Barish,
music though.
loud.
They got
Okay.
music, yeah. And you see something that you like, boom.
Hmm.
What are you doing? What's your approach? Remember, this whole episode's approach. Talk to me
Mm.
about the approach. Talk
Okay.
to me about Herm's approach. Let's get
Okay.
into this bag right here,
All right. Okay. First, we gotta. Okay. Is she tall or short?
brother.
There's
You
two.
have no chance.
No, I'm just
Everybody is
saying.
tall to you. I'm
Why
just
you act
keeping
like
it
I'm not?
100.
I'm average height.
How tall are you again?
Above average means like there's not a lot of people like you, right?
But you're saying is he tall or short? Your only option is short.
Nah, I can do tall. You don't think?
What's the tallest girl you've been with?
Like someone my height or like a inch or two taller?
Are you forgetting that I know you? You're lying. He's lying. 11%ers. He's lying. You're lying.
I, oh, girl
Who?
wasn't
Who? Don't say her name, but who? What is who? Who's
in
taller
high
than you?
school.
I would.
Don't be saying we're talking about some which one and all that. Don't say that stuff.
Freeman?
Yeah,
She was. I didn't know she was taller than you. I guess.
yeah.
Okay, go
Nah,
ahead. Let's say she's short. Let's say she's a little shorter
I
than
mean,
you.
she's a little shorter than me. I
Well, what's
mean,
your
we
approach
kind.
if they're taller than you? I actually want to know that. That's funny.
The approach if they're taller is easier. Actually they're kind of the same. Actually, I don't know why I try to separate them. Um, you see them. You know, first you got to
No, the
find some.
approach if they're taller is different for you because one of them you're looking up at. That's a whole. That's a different type of approach.
But that's
Asking
fine.
for somebody's number, looking up at them is crazy. Hey, can I take you out sometime?
But you
That's
got to
insane.
say it like you want to though, because if you say it like you want to, the height
Okay,
don't
give me an
matter.
example. Show me how. Show me how. How do you want
Okay,
to?
okay, okay. So she's taller than you, right? You go up to her, right? Boom, you walking over to her, right? You might walk, you might walk over. Doop, 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 doop. This is the music in the club, right? Doop, doop, doop,
Mhm.
doop, doop, doop. And you walking over there like this.
What type of club are you at?
It's like a lounge. Different music plays. You know what I'm saying? R and
Uh,
B,
that
hip
wasn't R
hop.
and B. The music you was just doing wasn't R and B. But go ahead.
Okay, doop, 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 doop. Right? Then you kind of just like look. Look at it like, God, she look kind of good. You kind of just like you get a quick glance. You might see something that like you know. You kind of look for things that maybe everybody else don't see. If she's pretty, if she's tall, or she got a fat ass, whatever. Like people see all that stuff. Okay, boom. She don't want to hear that. She want to hear something like, "Oh, I like how your skin complements the shirt that you have on," or like, "I like how your earrings match your," something like that. Something just maybe
Hmm.
not too common.
Seems like
Um,
I've heard this playbook before. Wonder where you're getting this playbook from. Go ahead.
and then um, you could tell there's many ways to go. You could tell your name. You could
Are you going in with the "Hey, I'm Herman"? Or are you going to "Hey, I'm Big Herm"?
I'm starting
Because
off with Herman.
can't tell no girl that's taller than you that you Big Herm.
Oh yes, you can. Watch. Hey, how you doing? My name Big Herm. You know what I'm saying? Like, just look up and say it. Like, but you gotta say it like you want to say it. If you start
That's cool.
stuttering,
Show him you're funny. Show him you're funny.
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, I got you. I got you.
Like, why is this little nigga call me Big Herm? But like if you, like I said, same thing with like the feeling good. If you feel good, if you work focus on your health and your approach is good, you're gonna feel good. And if you feel good, they're gonna think you feel good. If you look good, they don't think you look good. Simple.
I see what you're saying. I don't agree with that, but I see what you're saying. Go ahead, finish.
And then you kind of just, see why she's here, you know what I'm saying? See if she want to drink, talk to like just normal people conversations and then, not too long, you don't want to take up most of the time. You get in, you get out, and that's
And
about
this
it.
has worked for you.
Um, I think I have to change up my approach because I'm not gonna say it hasn't
So that
worked.
whole thing you just did right there, you're
Yeah.
saying that don't you're done with that.
Nah, just tweak a few things. Just tweak, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, that works for me, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. It's funny when you think about like how many things your approach affects, like how you go into something,
Yeah.
like sports, work,
Life.
relationships, life. Yeah, like your approach into things really affects like how it turns out for you.
Yeah.
And
Short
it's important
story.
to go into things with confidence for sure.
Oh yeah, that's number one. Because if you get that down, you're good. I remember
But you
asking my
can't.
little My
Go ahead.
my little cousin, she was about to play. She's in seventh grade. She's about to play like eighth and ninth graders. And I asked her, said, "So you ready for the game?" She said, "Man, we're about to lose." I said, "Why?" She said, "They're bigger than us. They're taller, stronger." And I
You
kind of
might as
just
well
shook
not
my
even. You
head.
might as well not even play the game at that point.
Listen, I shook my head, right? And they were bigger, stronger, taller, faster. They knew the game better. Okay, that's fine. But when I was watching the game, they didn't lose because they were bigger, stronger, faster. And I told her this at the end. You know why you lost? Yeah, because you turned the ball over. Da, da, da. I said, no, you lost because you didn't think you could win. Your
Right.
approach wasn't good.
You might as well not even play the game. That's
Yeah,
the you gotta come into it with the right mentality. You know
yeah,
how you went to high school with me.
yeah.
When we went into them classrooms, and it was test day, and I didn't study. What I do? What I do? I would tell you before. I said, "Hey, I ain't study for that. Hey, this one's done." Because I'm not even about to try to play. I'm not even about to do that. You didn't prepare. Why even waste your time? Tell them what I did.
Herman. Herman. Yeah. Watch this. He would write his name, walk up there, hand it in,
Because
put on.
I'm not wasting nobody's time. Why? I'm not about to
See
sit
me?
here. I'm not look at. I wasn't going to be that person, that kid in that class, hitting this one right here for the whole hour period. Trying to the answer not coming to you. It's just not coming. I'm about to get some rest. I got practice today. I'm about to use this time. I'm about to use this time effectively. I'm not about to be sitting here scratching my head trying to cheat out this corner of my eye. I mind you, I was a bad cheater because I need glasses. I didn't like wearing my glasses, so I couldn't even see the person's paper next to me. So I'm not about to waste my time or nobody's time. I'm going to sleep right now and get ready to practice tonight. And then the teacher would be like, "X, you only wrote your name on this." That's all I knew. That's all I do. The approach is important. I'm not telling kids to do that, but I'm telling you how you approach things. Approach it with confidence. Prepare so you can approach it correctly. And yeah, I think this was a cool episode, bro. First episode, 11%. We just ran 57 minutes. Just
Dang.
whatever. That's what I'm saying.
We was talking about some
We talked about
30
everything,
minutes.
how approach affects everything, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, what else? This is our first episode, so we don't really know how to do this. Let's see. We should tell them to subscribe. We're gonna be posting
Like
this
and
on the
subscribe.
Subject to Change YouTube channel, so subscribe and like to that. We'll have the Instagram for this specific show coming out soon, so follow that. We'll
We'll
have
have an
all the ads and
Instagram.
stuff. Yeah, Instagram, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
we'll
Clips,
have all the links and
clips out
clips
and
and all
stuff.
that.
Send it to people. Share it to people. Hopefully, this was entertaining, intriguing, informative, something. Um, but yeah, good one, Herm. Big Herm.
Appreciate you, X. Go ahead
All right,
and
brother.
lift some weight. Get that 150 off.
Got you. See you
All
next
right.
week, brother.
Ciao.
Ciao.